Good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk. Um, as some of you may have seen last night, I have to take Charlie this morning. She had a filling in one of her teeth. She had one little problem with this tooth, and the filling kept cracking. So the dentist told me that her tooth is just too small and weak to really hold the filling properly. And what happened was it got abscessed under there. And when I was in Atlanta last week, she had a really bad toothache. And when they took her back to the dentist, they saw the abscess. So she's been on an antibiotic for a week, and now the tooth has to come out. So they don't like to pull the tooth when they're awake at this age because it's so traumatizing. So she has to be put to sleep. And my mommy head knows she'll be fine, but my mommy heart didn't get a lot of sleep. So if y'all will just think about her this morning, and of course I'll keep you posted. But I want to tell you guys something about kids. There are apparently a lot of people struggling with their grown children. I want to tell you a story. Not too long ago, I called my mom, and she was probably still at work. And I was trying to tell her something, and people kept interrupting her. And I was like, Mom, and she was like, 1 second, honey. And she would talk, and then she'd go, okay, go ahead. And I'd start. She would interrupt me. And probably what I should have done was said, Ma, you're obviously busy. Call me when you can. But instead, I went, Ma, what are you doing? I'm trying to tell you something. And she came back to the phone and said to whoever she was talking to, she said, hold on 1 second. Very calmly. She came back to the phone. She said, excuse me. I don't know who you think you're talking to, but don't you dare talk to me like that. And it sent literally chills down my spine. And I was like, sorry. And she was like, I will call you later. And she hung up. And I knew that I had crossed the line. I mean, I'm going to be 40 in October, but there was no question. Mama was not going to tolerate that. And she shouldn't. I shouldn't raise my voice at her. No matter how busy I am or frustrated, she's my mother and whatever. And I see, in my own life with my own friends and family, how adult kids can be so unbelievably disrespectful to their parents. And many times they believe that they are justified in their behavior. They believe that they've been slighted by their mother, or that their mother or father didn't do enough for them or didn't do the best for them. So they punish their parents going forward. And to that, I will say this. The biggest lie we tell ourselves in this life is what great parents we are going to be. Because there is literally no way that we can prepare to become parents. We have baby showers, we get ready, we go to the doctor, we get all the health care, we do all of those things, and we wait for our due date. We look around and we go, well, I got diapers, I got onesies, I got a crib, a fancy nursery. Like, I'm ready for this baby. And then the baby comes, and you realize that none of that stuff matters. It wouldn't matter if you had a nursery. It wouldn't matter if you had, other than the diapers. None of it matters. You are not ready. The reason that people go, oh, have a baby because you're never ready. The reason people say that is because no matter how prepared you think you are never ready. Do you know how many breastfeeding classes I took? Every one my hospital offered. Read every book, spoke to every friend, blah, 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 blah. Do you know how hard breastfeeding was for me? Olivia almost actually ate my boob off. Okay? That's real. All right? Remember the breastfeeding psychosis I went into with Max? Like actual post-traumatic breastfeeding stress disorder or something? How about threatening to kill Michael when if he didn't support me breastfeeding Charlie? Okay? You cannot be prepared for what happens. You cannot, but I talked to you about this because you cannot be prepared for parenting. You can't. So as well-intentioned as we are, we fail. We disappoint. We do it wrong. But what kids don't understand until they become parents themselves is that we spend countless nights crying ourselves to sleep, wishing we had those years back to do it again, to be different, to try harder, to have more patience, to not get so worked up about things, to separate the heartache in our marriage from the way that we parent. Because even women going through hard times in their marriage, they go through the motions as mom. They plan birthday parties and they pack lunches but they aren't emotionally present because they are being drained of their life force in other places. And children unfortunately pick up on this and they resent mom. They have no idea what mom is going through. Fast forward to teenage kids and college-age kids who are angry and don't want to talk and say hurtful things, and years are wasted. I want anyone listening to this. Okay, I'm talking in circles, but because I'm very emotional about this, and I'm emotional about Charlie. If you are a child and you are not speaking to your parents, or you are punishing them for believing that they didn't do enough for you or try hard enough, this I can say to you. No one, not your friends, not your wife or husband, not your children, no one will love you and root for you and wish for you over and above her own life than your mother. No one. So don't write to me and say, well, my mom, she did this, she did this. Obviously, there are exceptions to every rule. Okay? I'm not saying that there aren't moms who leave, or moms who are on drugs or whatever, who make grave mistakes. Although I still believe that before her dying day, she will regret all of it. But I'm talking about moms who tried. You only get one. I buried my dad. Doesn't matter who my mom marries after. Only get one dad. You only get one mom. If you are holding out, if you are punishing her for failures or disappointments, can you find it in your heart to just believe that maybe she did the best she could at that given time in her life? I always say, just because someone doesn't love you the way you need them to love you does not mean that they didn't show up that day and love you the best way they could on that day. And if you are a parent whose child is tormenting you, is ignoring you, has shut you out, is ghosting you, will not speak to you, or is disrespectful to you, I say, you can't force them. The more you reach out, the more they will enjoy rejecting you because they are punishing you. And the rejection now is part of that. So I say to you, stop giving them the opportunity. Take the opportunity to punish you away. Either way, you will hurt. You will hurt if you come around and try and they get to reject you, and you will hurt if you stay away and miss them terribly. Maybe it's cold, but I don't think they should be able to continue to punish you. So set boundaries and take the opportunity for them to punish you away. When they are at a place in their life where forgiveness is a priority, they will come around. And until then, you will suffer. There's no question. But at least you won't have to suffer at the hands of them every single day. Work on yourself. Forgive yourself for whatever mistakes you may have made, because this parenting thing is nearly impossible. It is a wonder how any of us do it. Truly. It is like the Hunger Games, but worse, because it's your own heart that you're fighting for. So I want you to know that if you are a parent and you are isolated from your children, if they are cruel to you or mean to you or disrespectful to you or have ghosted you, you are not alone. It is apparently a thing, and I don't know why. But I would love for you to still set boundaries, because nobody deserves to be punished over and over and over again. I just don't believe in that. Forgiveness is important. You have to start with yourself. Once you can own your part and forgive yourself for it, then you can start to heal. And when they are ready, they will come around. But do not allow them to stab you every single day. You can never heal that way, and you deserve to heal. Okay. You guys think about Charlie, and I'll keep you posted. I love you so much today. Have a great day.